going to be going out ice fishing one more time, but I just wanted to get every single tip up set up, and I wanted to show you a quick tip that you can use with your cordless drill and Frabil Sub-Zero Lube to make your tip up work perfect. So you can pretty much use any drill to do this, and it's for spooling on the line. I have two different tip ups here that Frabil offer. I have the thermal tip up and just their classic tip up with the regular T-bar style. I just want to show you the two different ways and things you have to do to make this tip work for you. So I have a few different lines here. They're both Dacron, just 2 different pound tests. Dacron is probably my most favorite just because it's real pliable and there's no memory with it. You also have vinyl, which is nice because it doesn't freeze up, but I've used Dacron for years. And the first thing you want to start off doing is you want to tie it onto the spindle or your spool. And that's just the first step you take. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the top cap off the T-bar, and that's the first step you have to do when you're before you're going to lube up your tip up. So you got to grab the spool, you got to twist this top cap off. Pretty simple. Sometimes you might have to get a pliers to do it. Usually you don't. Next step, you want to take the nut off that's right below it. After that, you can pop your whole spool in the rod right out of the tip up. You're going to want to wipe it off because I'm sure there's water in there from fishing, and I fish tip ups a lot, so they usually do get pretty dirty. You're going to go in the Sub-Zero Lube once, pop the point cap off, go in there again, and put it back in the tip up. Move it around a little bit. I'll usually put it through twice. Then I'll clean up any excess that's on the threads or the top of the spool down here. It honestly doesn't really matter because it's water repellent anyways, but it just keeps your tip up nice and clean so it doesn't absorb any sand or dirt or anything like that. Then you want to take your nut that was right under the top, the black cap. You can usually spin it on hand to a certain point, and then you just get your wrench that you have, and at this point you can grab the bottom of the spool and just twist it on like that. And then once you get about halfway, you can just spin it on with your hands. But after years of fishing with them, you always want to do this. I do it after every season just because it doesn't hurt. Take care of your tip ups so they last a lifetime. And you take your black cap. Make sure not to strip it because it's plastic, so it's easy to strip. And you spin it back on. Hold the spool and get a little tight. Don't do it too tight. Then you're good to go. Silky smooth. Really sensitive. Very little drag when it's pulling it out, and it just helps your tip up last a lot longer. All right, so now I'm going to show you what else you can do to speed up the process of spooling up line in here. And it isn't a new tip. I'm sure a lot of people know about it. But I have it on the spool. We shouldn't have taken off. We shouldn't have put the cap back on. But you got to pop that black cap back off. These are of the thermals, and if you're using like the classic tip ups like this, you'll just pop the rubber piece off because you'll just shred it. Then you get your drill, your cordless drill, and regardless, no matter what it is, you're gonna go onto the tip up where the threads are. Slowly do it because you don't want to ruin the threads. And make sure it's lined up in there. And you want to go in the tightening position. I usually put my spool on bottom or on the ground if I don't have anyone to help me. And I don't put it through the eyelet yet, just so I can guide it on easier. And since I'm using 40 pound, I don't want to put too much line on there, so I'm just going to cut it. Tie on my double strike, or tie on my quick strike rig, and then I'm set to go for pike fishing and walleye fishing, whatever you're doing. This is a good quick tip. I hope you enjoyed today's video. You can go check out all these products. I'll link them all below. If you want to do these here tip ups, it'll make them last longer. They'll be a lot easier to use. You'll lose less fish just because they're smoother. And just a faster process, so when next season comes, you're all ready to go. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.